What if I told you that 90% of coding beginners quit not because they are not smart enough, but because they are making the same 5 mistakes over and over again? I made every single one of these and they cost me months of wasted effort. But once I figured them out, everything changed. Look, I get it. You see developers making 6 figures, building cool apps, and you want it too, right? But here's the thing. Most people approach learning to code completely wrong. Today, I'm going to save you months or maybe even years by showing you exactly what is sabotaging your progress so you can avoid the trap that catches almost everyone. So without a further ado, let's get started. Mistake number 1. Trying to learn everything at once. Picture this. You start with Python, then you see your friend using JavaScript, so you jump into that. Then you hear React is hot, so you jump into that too. Meanwhile, someone mentions AI is the future, so you add machine learning in your list. Sounds familiar, right? This is exactly how you overwhelm yourself into quitting. And here's what actually works. Pick one core language, master its fundamental, and build at least 3 to 4 solid projects with it. Then and only then move to another languages or framework. And of course, knowing multiple languages or framework really increases your value, but not if you never truly master your first one. Mistake number 2. Consuming too much, doing too little. This one is brutal because almost every beginner falls into it. You watch tutorial after tutorial, coding along, and feeling like you're learning. But in reality, you are stuck in tutorial hell. It feels comfortable because you are following along, but you are not actually thinking or creating anything. And the harsh part, that comfort is fake progress. Here's what you need to do. Watch the tutorial once, grab the concept, then close it. Try to recreate it yourself without peeking. For every 1 hour of learning, practice at least 2 hours of building and practicing. And when you get stuck, don't run back to the tutorial. Google it. Find your own way because that's when you are actually becoming a programmer. Mistake number 3. Expecting fast result. Beginners think they can learn programming in just 1 to 2 months and start making money. Hey, you don't become a doctor in 1 to 2 months. You don't become an engineer in just 1 to 2 months. So why do you think that coding would be any different? For some it takes 1 year, for others it might take 3 years. It really depends upon your consistency, efforts, and practice. The goal isn't to rush, the goal is to build mastery. So forget about making quick money in the beginning and focus on fundamentals, problem solving, and logic behind the code. And the money will come, but only if you put in thousands of hours. Mistake number 4. Not being consistent. Programming is like fitness. When you skip a week at the gym, you don't just pause progress, you go backward. Same with coding. When you take long breaks, you forget syntax, concepts, and logic that took months to build. I have done this myself. I would learn new framework, then disappear for a month, then have to start over. It's like being 1 mile away from your destination and then deciding to go backward. Please don't do this. Even if it is just for 30 minutes, keep the momentum alive because consistency compounds. On the other hand, inconsistency resets you back to zero. Mistake number 5. Lack of purpose and motivation. Look, every action we take has a purpose. We play video games for fun. We hit the gym to look better and stay healthy. So what's your purpose for coding? If you don't know why you're learning, you'll give up the moment when the things get hard. But if your purpose is clear, let's say landing a dream job or starting your own startup or building a project that really excites you, that's what fuels your motivation when things get tough. So find your why and make it big enough that when the motivation fades, and it will, so your purpose keeps you going. So that's the end of the video. And look, I wish someone had told me this when I started. It would have saved me months of frustration and false stuff. But now you know. And the question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Because programming isn't about just syntax. It's about who you become through the process. So if this hit you, drop a comment and tell me which mistake you've been struggling with. And if you found this valuable, subscribe because I'll be dropping more real talk like this to help you grow without wasting time and effort like I did.